Okay, good evening. Welcome to Math for Kids number 10. Today we actually have two kind of tricky problems, and we're going to skip one problem because it just took a little bit too long to explain because we ourselves here haven't covered it. So that's Olympiad 4 number 2. So today we're going to look at Olympiad 4 problems number 3 and problem number 4. Alright, you ready, sweetie?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. This is the practice problem. You have a circle, like a pizza or something like that.
Yeah, here's...
Well, we're going to draw a big one in a second. You have a circle and you want to divide it into lots of pieces. How many pieces can you cut it into with 1 cut, 2 cuts, 3 cuts, and 4 cuts? Okay?
Well,
do you understand the problem?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I could demonstrate on the small one.
Yeah, actually, well, I'm going to erase the problem and we're going to demonstrate on the big one, though. Now,
okay.
do you know what I mean by a cut? Because I'm not being very precise.
Oh, like a cut like this?
Yeah, just like a straight line. Boom.
A slice.
Yeah, like you're slicing it with a sword or something like that.
Ping.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to draw a big circle. You ready?
Yeah.
So we're going to see what is the most pieces you can cut it into with 1 cut, 2 cuts, 3 cuts, and 4 cuts. Okay. Okay, so there's our circle. Oh, hopefully that didn't cause everything to fuzz out. Okay, go ahead. Actually, you know what? Can you draw the circle? Because my purple's not showing up very well on the camera.
Is that good enough?
Yeah, that's fine. Let me erase my purple circle. Okay. Alright, so you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so there's an interesting little circle. It's kind of like an egg. Okay, so 1 cut. What do you think the most number of pieces of pizza you can make with 1 cut?
2.
Okay, why do you think that?
Because that's a half.
Okay, is there any way you can make 3 pieces with 1 slice?
No.
No, and why not?
Because only 1 slice can make 2.
Okay, because you cut the circle into 2 pieces. Okay, so make a cut. So however you want to do it, make a cut. Oh, sorry.
What?
Straight line cuts.
Oh.
Only straight line cuts only.
I thought you meant like that.
Yeah, no, make a cut like you're cutting it with a sword. Okay, that's pretty straight. We'll pretend that's straight.
Okay.
Okay, so boom, 1 piece, 2 pieces. So with 1 cut,
2.
you can make 2 pieces, and that's the most you can make.
Yeah. Then how about 2 cuts?
Okay, how about 2 cuts? So before you do it, think about it. What do you think? How many pieces do you think you're going to cut our big pizza into
4.
with the second cut here?
4.
Okay, why do you think that?
Because that's a fourth. It's a fourth.
Okay.
You can't make 5.
Are you sure?
Well, you can make 3 like this.
You can make 3, but your cut's actually going to go all the way through.
Oh yeah.
How could you make 3? You have your cut go all. You have to make your cut go all the way through. How could you make 3? Okay, right. You could make a cut that goes down to here, and that would be 3.
That looks like a dinosaur tooth.
That's going to look like a dinosaur tooth. You're right. Okay, so show me how you can make 4.
Well, 4 like.
Okay, go ahead and draw it.
Something like this.
Okay, and the reason that is the best you can do is cut every existing piece into 2 pieces.
Yeah.
Okay, so now with 2 slices, you have 4 cuts. So now let's see what we can do with 3, because here's where it starts to get pretty interesting.
Well,
what can we do with 3?
You can put like a 3 down here, which would make. So
Draw it with a dotted line, because that way I can erase. Okay, so that goes right through the middle of the other 2 cuts. So how many pieces do you have now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so 6. Now, do you think that's the maximum, or do you think there's a way you could cut it and make more than 6?
I don't think there's a way you can cut it.
No, see.
Well, here, that's the same 6.
Yeah, well, you can make your cuts anywhere. They don't have to go through the center. You can cut them anywhere you want. Okay, so let's count the number of slices that you make with that cut.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
6, 7.
7, interesting.
5 is the teeny weeny.
Yeah, so somebody's going to get a little tiny piece of pizza. I mean, maybe we can give that to the cat. Or something.
Or a dog.
Or maybe you could give it to a dog. If it was a pizza made out of cat food or dog food, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so we found out we can make 7. So that's interesting.
I don't think, is there any way you can make more?
Is there any way you can make more than 7? So this cut here that you made divided this piece into 2 pieces, it divided this piece into 2 pieces, and it divided this piece here into 2 pieces, but you didn't touch this piece. So the question is there a way to touch all 4 pieces?
No.
No? Why do you think not?
Well, because if you go through here, it touches these 2, but it doesn't harm those 2.
Or it doesn't harm them. So if you're making cuts, you're either going to cut through this slice or cut through this slice. It's hard to, if you cut them both, you end up staying in between them. So, okay, so we can make a line, draw a line sort of like this. Oh, that still makes a small piece there. Hold on, I want to try to keep the pieces sort of big.
Okay, I would think.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So there's 3 cuts and 7 pieces. And now,
4 cuts.
4 cuts. What's the most we can make with 4 cuts?
Let's see.
Let's see.
Well, I'll draw a dotted line.
There. Okay. So
Oh,
that's
that looks pretty good. So we have.
hold on, I'll label them. So go ahead. 1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7,
7,
8,
8,
9,
9.
and then
Now there's 2 other. There's a little tiny one there. I'll label that 10, and I'll draw an arrow down.
and here's.
And here's 11. Very interesting.
So with 4 cuts, we can make 11.
We know we can make 11. The question is, can we make 12? And I'm going to leave that as an open question for you, because that's sort of very much related to your problem. Okay. Very good. Very good cutting. Okay. So we found a way to make 11. The question is, can we make 12? Okay. You ready to go to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the next problem, and we need to talk about something that you and I haven't really spent a lot of time talking about.
We spent a little time.
A little bit, but let's review it. Simple adding of fractions. So when we have to add 1/2 plus 1/3, do you remember what you're supposed to do when you add 1/2 plus 1/3?
Denominator.
Okay, 1/2 plus 1/3. Okay, so how do you get a common denominator?
You can multiply the top and the bottom of this one by the bottom of that one.
Okay, so what is that going to be? What are we multiplied by here?
3 over 3.
3 over 3. Okay, and what do we multiply here?
By 2 over 2.
2 over 2. Okay, so 1/2 becomes what? When we multiply by 3 over 3.
3/6.
Okay, so write that for me. 3/6. And what does 1/3 become?
2/6.
Okay, so we've got to do 3/6 plus 2/6. And what do you think that equals?
It's going to equal 5/6.
Okay, so when the bottom of a fraction is the same, no, it doesn't equal 56. Make sure. Oops, can you get that for me? Having a little disaster here. Okay, 3/6 plus 2/6. How do you write that?
It's a 5 over 6.
Good job. That's how you write it. You definitely do not write 56.
Of course.
5 over 6. Okay. All right, let's do another practice one. See if you can get the hang of this. How about 1/8 plus 1/4?
Let's get the common denominator. So we multiply this one by 4 over 4. Multiply this one by 8 over 8.
Okay, so let's see. What do you think that's going to be?
It's going to equal 4 and 4, 24th.
4 times 8 is?
It's 32.
Okay.
4 32s.
4 over 32.
4 32nds. And then plus 8. It's 8 30 seconds.
Okay. So 4 30 seconds plus 8 30 seconds.
12 36.
12 what? Okay, so please write that. Okay. That's actually interesting, because there's some numbers that divide into 12 that also divide into 32. Do you know? Can you think of a number that divides into 12 that also divides into 32?
2.
2, okay, so...
Or 0.
No, 0 doesn't divide into both of them. So we could take a 2 out of this and make it 2 times 6 over 2 times, what's 2 times what equals 32?
2 times 16.
Right. Okay, so we can just get rid of those 2's now. So that they could say this equals 6 over 16. But is there a number that divides into 6 and a number that divides into 16?
No.
Are you sure?
Well, 6 goes into 16.
Is there a number that goes into 6 and also goes into 16?
1.
1? Yeah. Anything else? 2. 2 does. They're both even. So this is 2 times 3 over 2 times what?
2 times 3 over 2 times... What?
2 times what equals 16?
2 times 8.
8. Okay, so now we can get rid of those 2's. This is equal to 3/8. Which is kind of interesting because we had an 8 right at the beginning. We had 1/8 plus 1/4 equals 3/8. Okay. So, but that's okay. So we haven't really spent a lot of time talking about fractions, so you're just learning about them. Okay, so now what happens if we have to do 1 over x plus 1 over y? So we have an
common denominator.
Okay, how are we going to get a common denominator here? What are we going to multiply by?
It's going to multiply by y over y.
Yeah.
And this one by x over x.
Okay, that's interesting. So what's this new fraction going to be here when you multiply the top and the bottom?
It's going to be y plus 1, and y.
Y times 1.
Yeah, y times 1, so it's just y.
Yeah.
So it's y, and x, what is x, and y over x plus y. We don't know what x and y are.
Are you multiplying
No.
or adding here? What are you doing?
Adding.
You're adding?
We're multiplying.
Okay, so it's y over...
Y over y times x.
Yeah, and usually you write the lower one alphabetically first. So we'll write this x times y. Okay, y over x times y plus, what's x times 1?
X.
X. And what do we have here when we multiply x and y?
Same as x times y.
Okay, so actually this is nice because our denominator is the same. So what can we do here?
Now we can add.
Okay.
So what is y plus x?
What is y plus x equal to?
Well, we don't know what y and x are.
Right, we don't know what they are. So what should we just call x plus y?
Z.
No?
No.
We don't want to make up a new number. What should we just call x plus y? We don't know what it is, so we should just call it?
X. No.
Okay.
X plus y.
Just call it x plus y. We don't know what it is. X plus y over x times y.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's actually pretty interesting. So, there's a tricky little problem with this. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to figure it out or not, but I'm going to let you try to figure it out. But this is the important step in the problem. That 1 over x plus 1 over y equals x plus y over x times y. Okay? Do you think you can figure this problem out tomorrow from there?
Yeah.
I hope so. We'll see how it goes. Okay, here's the homework. It's Olympiad 4, number 3, and Olympiad 4, number 4. Okay?
Yeah.
So we learned Olympiad 4, number 3, and number 4. So we learned a little bit about cutting shapes up today.
Yep.
And we learned a little bit about adding fractions.
Yep.
And so you got 2 homework problems that go into that. And well, we'll see how it goes. This one, Olympiad 4 has some really hard problems. Olympiad 4 has some tough problems, doesn't it? Yeah.
Tough.
So we even had to skip one. It was so hard. So we'll see how it goes. Okay? Good job.